I just randomly stumbled across some of the best ROM hacks when it comes to old school Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon. Let's talk about it. What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Ferment, and in this video we are talking about quite possibly the best ROM hacks ever made for Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon. We are obviously talking about Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal. But before we talk about that, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, without any further ado, let's get into it. So over the weekend, I was basically doing what I normally do, on a random day where I have nothing really to do, just kind of watching YouTube videos. And I stumbled upon this video with the caption, "I made the perfect Pokemon Crystal ROM hack." And so automatically I was absolutely intrigued. So I was like, this is interesting. So I proceeded to watch the video, and the video was pretty long. It's like an hour long. And started watching it, and I was just absolutely blown away by the sheer quality that this person put into this video. First off, let's talk about who this guy is. The channel is obviously called Smithplays Pokemon. And, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think he plays Pokemon. But he went in there, he decided to fix a lot of the things that were wrong with Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Yellow. And there's so much stuff, guys. There is so much stuff to talk about that this video would probably be like 30 minutes to an hour too. So I'm just going to talk about a couple things that I really like about it. And I am obviously going to link both of those videos in the description so you guys can go and watch the videos yourselves, and you can go in there and do the same exact thing that I did. Now, as you guys can see right here, I obviously have both versions running on my analog pocket, which is, one that is just amazing that you are able to do this thing, because this is the best handheld when it comes to playing these Pokemon games. So to be able to run them on the analog pocket and they run flawlessly, it is just so good. It is just so good. So essentially what Smithplays does is he goes in there and he shows you what he does in the ROM hacks. He shows you that he basically fixed a lot of things. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like for Pokemon Yellow, there was a lot of sprite issues. A lot of the sprites were, kind of ugly looking, I'm not gonna lie. So he fixed a lot of the sprites. He made them look a lot better. And he also added features like the running button and things like that, and also added a lot of quality of life improvements. Like for one, the Pokemon Yellow has an XP bar, which that was introduced in Gen 2, but he decided to add it to it, and it just made it a lot better. And there's also a lot of balancing too. A lot of characters that are a little too OP, he kind of buffed, he kind of made them not so powerful. And made a lot of other guys, a lot of other gym trainers and all of that kind of stuff. He just made them a lot more seamless, a lot easier to play, and in some ways a lot more difficult too. It's more of a challenge. And as far as challenges go, there is easy mode, or I guess a normal mode, and there is also a hard mode, which is really cool. Now, I am not playing this in the hard mode because based off of what I've played already, I've put in about an hour into both of them, and it's difficult enough. It's hard enough. But if you do play it in the hard mode, one of the things is like it makes it so that you can't use items and stuff like that in gym battles and those kind of things. So there's just a lot of stuff that he put in there that is just really awesome. Another one of the things that he fixed that is just astronomical is the fact that in the Pokemon Crystal ones, he made it so that the happy meter, for one, you're actually able to tell, like it shows you a bar where the happy meter is at, and it shows you how high it is, how much higher you need to go. So this makes evolving Pokemon like Eevee into Umbreon or Espeon, it makes it a lot more doable because you're able to see exactly where you are at. And also, one of the things that he did for both games is he made it so that you don't have to rely on trading to evolve certain Pokemon, which is just amazing. A good example of that is, obviously we have Haunter, Gengar, like the Machoke to Machamp, that kind of stuff. And then also, I believe those Pokemon evolve just regularly. And the Pokemon that you have to trade, like in Crystal, where you have to trade them with a held item, that specific held item will just help them evolve. So it just streamlines it so much more. You don't have to do all of that widgeting nonsense. It's just really annoying. So it just makes it a lot easier to play. Also, egg hatching is drastically reduced. I believe he said that he drops it down to like 70%. So like basically if you have 1,000 steps that you got to take, then now you only have 300 steps you have to take. So a lot better. And then also for Crystal, he did put in a lot of endgame content too. He re-added a lot of the stuff that was in Gen 1 that didn't make it to, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, as far as Kanto goes. So there's just a lot of stuff that he put in there, or that he re-put back in there that wasn't in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, that were in Gen 1. So there is also that. Whew. That was a mouthful. But those are just a handful of things. Like I probably covered like 10% of the things that he added and fixed and made better. And it is just insane. Like I, for one, am so excited to play through these. I've been looking for, a new little reason to play these games again. And now I have it. So heck yeah. Now I will say this. In order for you to have this, you have to have the ROM, the Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Yellow ROM, and you do have to obtain it legally. As you guys can see, I obviously have the game, so I ripped it from the actual cartridge, and there is software online that allows you, I think it's an app, I have it on my MacBook, and it basically allows you to use the file that he created, which is an IPS update file. You use that and then you attach it to the ROM itself, and that's how you update the game and make it this way. I've done it before. I did it for Pokemon Prism because Pokemon Prism basically runs off of Pokemon Crystal, and you just update it and there you have the game. So it's the same exact thing. It's super simple. It is like almost drag and drop. Like add the original game, add the update, press merge, and then you're done. That's literally it. Now I did see that he is putting his version of the game on actual cartridges, which is really cool, because one issue that I I thought I noticed, but I guess I didn't really notice because I didn't watch the whole hour-long video until just now, but the time issue has always been something that holds this game back. Pokemon Crystal, or Gen 2 games basically, where the game runs on a time, and it's not like the 3DS where every time you open the 3DS up, it's basically using the 3DS's clock to readjust. Doesn't exactly do that, so that was my only gripe, but I just saw that they just updated it and fixed it. So now if you want to change the clock time, then all you have to do is press down and B in the main menu. When it shows the animation of Suicune running, right then and there you press down and B, and it'll reset the time, and then it'll basically allow you to put in the actual time, and you'll be able to be playing it in the correct time. This, to me, guys, is the most important feature ever. Not just because of the fact that you can have the actual time playing right, but because of the fact that you can just change it from day to night whenever you want. And this is revolutionary. No longer do you have to wait 12 hours or whatever it is to change for it to go from day to night, and no longer do you have to wait from for a new day to come, because we do have the bug catching contest, and that only happens like on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I believe. So you can literally change that. You can literally update that and make it so that you can just do the bug catching contest whatever you want. That is unbelievable, guys. That is unbelievable. But that just shows like the attention to detail that this man has put into this, him and his team, like unreal. I'm looking at his channel and I'm just like, wow, this dude only has 150,000 subscribers. And I'm like, how? This man deserves 1 million. Just like I do. But yeah, guys, all in all, I say this to say, if you guys are a fan of Gen 1 and Gen 2, and if you are a fan of ROM hacks, this is the one to play. This is what I'd call the definitive edition of Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal. That's why they call them Pokemon Yellow Legacy and Pokemon Crystal Legacy. The videos are going to be linked on the description, so you guys can check them out. And seriously, guys, download this thing. Download this update and update your copy of these games so that you guys can play this, because this is unreal levels of amazing. Alright, that is all. But before we go, guys, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. And we will see you guys on the next video. Peace. I'm gonna go play these games now. So I gotta go. That's it.